Do 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 do. It's Tuesday, top of the morning, top of the afternoon, going into the evening. Setting a lot of y'all probably just in your lunch period or getting ready to go in. You know what I'm saying? You know, the realest OG's gonna holler at you for a minute. You know what I'm saying? We got new NBA champs. One, you know what I'm saying? Uh, gonna delve off into that. Uh, Tank still the champ. You know what I'm saying? We got the Braves. I mean, getting trying to get back on the winning track of things, if you will. And Dirty Birds, making some, what I'm saying, moves, signings. We'll get into that, as well. Let's go and crank this thing on up. You know what I'm saying? 2024 NBA champions. The Celtics close out Mavs to become champs on last night. Um, Appropriately so. I must ask the question. What you gonna say now? It's an appropriate question. It's an appropriate question to be asked again in very said same arena by a Celtics player. What they gonna say now? Hell, as me being one of those that he's talking about, and look, only thing you can say is congratulations, young man. That's one thing that they can't say about you. You're not a champ. You're a champ, dog. You're a champ. You're a champ. And your name is added to a legacy of guys that are champions in that organization, in that city, in the Celtics legacy of championships, if you will. Yeah. Yeah. Tatum and Brown. Yeah, y'all add y'all name to that list. Shout out to Porzingis as well. Instrumental in this series up until, what I'm saying, the injury, sat him down. Congratulations to another, it's kind of sweet, being on the other side looking at Mark Cuban like, it's kind of sweet, huh? Hey, congratulations to the Boston Celtics, man. 2024 NBA champs. The narrative can be they did it from end to end. You know what I'm saying? They were the best team in the league, record wise, statistical wise. They did it from end to end. They did it from end to end. They were number one from end to end. What we're gonna say now is congratulations. Boston Celtics 2024 champs. You know what I'm saying? You got it done. It was never a secret. You know what I'm saying? Of you guys being championship material, if you will. But having that pedigree, you have it. It's legit. It's etched in stone. It's engraved. They can't take it away from you. You got that thing now, but you got that Larry O'Brien trophy. It is etched in stone. Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Kristaps Porzingis, NBA champions, Boston Celtics, 2024. It can't be taken from the record books. It can't be scratched out. I guess the best thing that could be said now on this fact is all those people that were standing up loud with the negative narratives and the hate and the, beating y'all when y'all were down need to be just as loud with the adulation and congratulations. That's what they got to say. Now, on that, man. That's the story for that right there. You know what I'm saying? Hey, ladies. Hey, Auntie. What's good, Sonya? J. Diaz. Hey, you know what? I mean, and it's gonna always be that. You know what I'm saying? Being an Eastern Conference pro, but hey, congrats, man. They earned it. They got that. It is what it is, Jay. Jordan, boy, what's good? What's good? What's happening? What's happening? You know what I'm saying? Look, I mean, I'm the same, Jay. I've always been fuck Boston. I mean, but I respect those that need to be respected. You know what I'm saying? In that. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Somebody's knocking at the door, and it is the Don.
What's good, y'all? What's good?
It's good. And they're talking about these new NBA champs to start with. You know.
Yeah, man. Hey, I was rooting for Boston over Dallas, and I know a lot of it. They play in the Eastern Conference. You know, they've been kicking us out. They kicked us out of the playoffs before, and I'm like, look, man.
Right.
I'm happy for Big Al. Man, been playing since
Yeah.
what, 2006, 2007.
Uh-huh.
And like I already know, he may end up calling it quits. He got his ring.
Hey, yeah.
And I'm
That was a thought. I was going there with that. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
yeah.
I
And my
I, I,
thing,
I
my
wouldn't be
thing with it,
surprised.
yeah.
Go ahead.
My take on it is like this, he done everything he needed to do, man. And with Boston, they situation for the past few years, knocking at the door, trying to get through coaching situation up there. The coach was sleeping with the assistant and stuff like that of them. And look at them now, they're the champs, you know. So, but I think a lot of fans here in Atlanta wanted to see Dallas win because they wanted to prove their point of Luka.
Yeah.
We should
Yeah.
we
You
should have
know
never
how.
we should have
Yeah.
Luka. I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah. You know how petty this fan base is. Idiotically petty at that. I mean, what would Luca winning prove? Okay, he got to the finals before Trey did. That's about all. That would be all. I mean, at this particular
that's all they
point,
can say.
I mean, you've been to one more conference final than Trey has. All right, you know what I'm saying. You made it. You made it to what I'm saying, the NBA finals. All right, it's a process. Everybody's gone through. You have you're climbing a rung on a ladder. You know what I'm saying, on your journey. That's what that is. It plain and simple. I mean, this whole we lost the trade with Luca and Trey bull crap is it's a false need to be right on something that you're not going to be right on because most of you all don't have an accurate reason to hate Trey Young like y'all do, unless it's just some imaginative shit. The good hair, his skin tone, those might be factual reasons though. But for the most part, most of the people that want Trey gone don't have a basketball reason for that. You know, you know. Our situation here is probably not going to be fixed the way it needs to be fixed for another 3 years, considering the state of affairs. You know what I'm saying? With our draft, we're not going to have a draft pick until 28.
Yep. We got to
You know
make
what I'm
do with what
saying?
we got. We got to make do with what we got, or just make sure any free agents we sign here they are good fits and they can
Right.
actually build chemistry team. That's what we're gonna have to bank on for the next few years, and hope whoever we drafted in this first overall draft pick, hope and pray to God they can pan out. So that's
Yeah.
pretty much all we can do.
J J Diaz, I feel your pain, bro. I feel your pain, man. I feel your pain. You know, you have to, suck it up. It is what it is. Southside said, man, I hate the Celtics. I hate that the Celtics are happy right now, but I couldn't have Luka fans throwing it in our faces as Hawk fans. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of that. Y'all will be all right. Y'all will be all right. I've always said that I was never for the Trey versus Luca debate. I think they're both great players of today, but I think Luca needs to get into better shape this offseason. Yeah, there is some factualness about that. What's good, 330? Terry Lloyd, thank y'all for joining. But yeah, in our situation, we're gonna be clinging and cleaning up and waiting to clean up this here situation that you know what I'm saying. Because we're gonna be hurting from the DeJounte Murray trade for a long time, basically for the next 3 years, with no first round picks.
Yep.
With no first round picks. That is the reality of our situation, which is also part of the reason why we really can't get a formidable trade partners that would make sense for us to benefit because we have no picks to deal. You know, we have no picks to deal. So, you know, we got to. These guys got to buy in. They got to learn their spots, learn their role in Quinn's system, and what they can do best with it, and just try to process through it, and saying the best way they can for the time being. But the number one draft in the first round pick that we do have, it needs to have a 7'1" European brother attached to it come draft day. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. What is your thought on our possibility, in drafting that guy?
Stars.
Yeah.
LSR. I'm. That's who we need. You
Yeah.
think about it. Hunter is, he can't stay healthy. That was supposed to be, him and Big O. Those supposed to be big guys, defensive guys, and they're not, they're not hurt. And then when they get in the game, we're not getting the rebounds like we need to. But also Clint Capella, man, like he's not who he is anymore. So you're gonna have to execute that pick and get LSR from France. Bring him here and just hope he can stay healthy. And I think we'll be good. Just think about it. If we can stay healthy 80% of the season, we can be a top 4 seed.
Mm-hmm.
We can be a top 4 seed easily. But you got to stay healthy, man.
Yep, we got to stay healthy, and blowing it up is not always the answer to every basketball team's problem.
Yep. And we've been doing that as Hawks fans. We done seen this happen forever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, get these players, we draft them and stuff, and like they don't pan out for some reason. And you got to blow it up. Fire the coach, trade some players away, players that we liked, we done grown accustomed to being here, and we got to start all over again.
Right.
So yeah, but that's where I'm at.
Yeah, well, those are my thoughts on new champs, Hawks situation, all rolled into one. I don't know. I'm guessing, unless you were living up under a rock, you know what I'm saying? We know that Tank Davis is still the champ. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? With the eighth round TKO. Um, I was watching a um a, a boxing show. I'm having the Lost Warriors here, and it was kind of some interesting comments. Um, how what does Tank have to do from this point on to put his name up there with the greats if he's not already there?
I see. I haven't been watching boxing like that recently, so but I've seen the comments and the highlights and everything on social media.
Right.
You just got to keep at it. Like right now, boxing ain't how it used to be back in the, even in the 90s. You had Holyfield, you had Lennox Lewis, you had Tyson, and then you also had Roy Jones Jr. and Floyd Mayweather and those guys coming in of age. I think
Right.
he just got to keep at it and try to make boxing. He has to make boxing popular again. Like he has to be that person that can bring fans back to ordering the pay-per-views, going, spending dollars to go to the arena and watching the matches. He just got to make it popular again.
Yeah. I mean, because like you don't want him to be in the same situation like where Crawford is now because he's maxed out. He doesn't have any money-worthy contenders right now because fighting for $5 million is just really beneath him now.
Yeah.
He needs a payday.
Yeah, he got to make it. It's gonna, and I see it happening in a year or two from now. There's going to be a renaissance with boxing. Just how it is wrestling right now, it's a renaissance era right now with wrestling. It's coming for boxing as well. So they do what they need to do, but they just got to just stay the course.
Yeah, you got to let some of these youngins grow up. It's some good heavyweight prospects out there, middleweights too. You got to let a lot of these cats grow up, especially some of these cats coming off the Olympic team a couple of years ago. You got to let them grow. To replenish the ranks, if you will. Do you know? Do you know? And in Southside, yeah, I've been on the march on Hunter's health, and I always end up in the training room, a lot, too. But hey, we got to. I don't know what it is going to take. Yoga, physicians, masseuse, whatever to keep this cat on the court. But something got to give. Either that, we need to put him on first thing smoking. Can't keep paying folks to be in the training room. I'm just saying. I guess we can, dip up into the Dirty Birds news and notes. We signed a couple of people. I think it's the second old lineman that we've signed in as many weeks. And then I think there was a cornerback that we've done. Terry's been, quietly, doing good business. You know what I'm saying, and bringing in the adequate bodies. We can see they're paying attention to detail and doing their due diligence for what's going to be needed for this upcoming season. I'm not sure how much on top of these new pieces that you may be, but can you give us some thoughts on some insight on some of these guys that we picked up originally?
Haven't done my research with them yet. I was going to look into that tonight because I know tomorrow's show we're going to be probably talking about that.
Right.
Just give me a few seconds. Let me look it up real quick. I know one player we got from the Raiders, offensive lineman. Pretty much he can get Kemp at best, practice squad third string guy. Worst Kemp body. Hold on, let me look up what we got. Yeah, named Gerard Jones Smith.
Yeah.
This guy we just picked up. Let me see.
Yeah. I think there was another old line. I think it was we picked up a Michigan guy.
For the Battlehawks for the XFL UFL. So big guy, 6'7",
D. Coleman said he's a big bastard.
Yeah, big guy.
Yeah, look. From the looks of especially these O-line moves that we've been making, and the size and all, look like we're gonna be looking to put some pressure on this run game. That's what it's looking like. You get whether it be practice pressure, or line up pressure. Looking like we're gonna be put some pressure on the run game.
Run game, screen plays, things of that nature.
Yeah.
You only allowed 2 sacks this year with St. Louis. So that's impressive.
Okay, yeah, that's a good plus. That is a good plus. I think the balance illusion, if you will, that is going to be shown in this, because a lot of people have their eyes wrapped around all the speed that we picked up on the outside, but I really, really, truly believe that it's going to be our run game that does most of the damage. I really do. From many different aspects in the run game, from scat, change of pace, grind, pound it, what I'm saying? Like you said, screens, toss sweeps, end around, all of that.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, shoot, it only I can't wait to just even just a preseason play. I just want to see Dirty Kirk hit one of them crossing patterns or a quick slant, and then and watch whether it's going to be zone or counters. What kind of what are we going to be looking to do with this run with these 3 running backs? How are we going to be doing it? It's going to be zone scheme. We're going to be counter trades, counters, things of that nature. I can't wait to see what kind of violence we're going to ensue. Do. And then again, the narrative of this particular offseason right now should be about how well Kirk Cousins is moving around. There is no compensating. There is no limping. There's no report of soreness. He's been seen after practice doing other reps and doing other things and rollouts and things of this nature. You know what I'm saying? That should be the narrative. This is what we should be talking about. That, along with Trice and the other young boy and Harrison, showing up in camp. Doing big things. But, you know how it goes. You know how it goes here in the city of Atlanta.
Yeah, my thing is, we want to see preseason because training camp we ain't gonna be able to see that because they closed it
Right.
down.
Yep.
But we got 2 opportunities this season for preseason. That's gonna be in the Benz for one day, and then they're gonna be playing somewhere in Beaufort, Georgia, at a high school.
Wow. Well. So, Mr. C, member of the CEO team, you're getting in, you're having a chance to get in here. Is it, maybe something in the sports world in particular that you might, want to express something about a little bit? I mean, it is, OG Tuesday, Tantrum Tuesday. You got a little something you might want to, monologue about.
Talk about these damn Braves, man.
Well, that is the topic.
This is the time of the year they supposed to turn it up. And this past few games, they've been playing a little okay. I give them credit. But I'm just not, I don't know, man. I felt like just them allowing Ryan Washington to go to the Angels to be that manager. Worst thing that happened with this team. I know a lot of people talking about Acuna and the pitching rotation, man, hurt. But it's really just Warren Washington.
Yeah.
He was the heart and soul of this coaching staff when he was here. I'm not a big fan of Snick. We already understand why Snick's here. He's a disciple of Bobby Cox. But, again, with this organization, we continue to live in the past of continuing to keep people here because of the ties that they had with this franchise for decades. Sometimes you got to, let that go. And what's the best thing for this organization for us to continue to be a dynasty? Because there's no damn way you can sit here, nobody can tell me with a bold face and say the Braves doesn't have a dynasty roster. We do.
But there are 7 MVP candidates in this lineup. There's no reason why we should only be 6 games over 500. It really isn't. And I was saying that, on last week and the week before, about the Ron Washington hangover, and not having him, you can see it. There's the difference in this team from last season. When Acuna hurt himself the last time, and it was really no stop in the momentum that we had. Now without him, it happens again. And look exactly what's going on. There is no more. They are going through the motion. Now they looked a little bit different over these last couple of games, but for the most part, we had too many MVP candidates in this lineup. Yeah, the best of those is out for the year, true. But we have too many MVP candidates in this lineup to be only 6 games over 500. And I think that has a lot to do with who we have as skipper. I said it last week and I'm going to say it again. I think this is a situation that could be fixed with either hiring John Smoltz or hiring Chipper Jones to be the skipper of this club.
Then he got to go that far. It'd be, if we do that, that's by popularity. You got somebody already there. You got Walt Weiss. Walt Weiss be the manager. But everybody gonna be like, oh, well, he didn't do a good job with the Rockies. Come on, bro. The Rockies didn't even have nobody on that damn team, and they didn't even want to spend money.
Yeah, that was a train wreck ready to fall off the Colorado Rockies.
Rockies ain't been relevant since that 07 season when they went to the doggone World Series and got shellacked by the damn Red Sox.
Well, about whatever, let's if we're gonna quote years, let's keep that a buck and talk about since '91, bro. Yeah, we've had plenty of and mountains of talent since 1991.
91, we should have won the World Series against the Twins.
Yeah. And just don't remind me of that Twin series.
93, 90, well, not 93, 92, 92, we should have won against the Blue Jays. 95, we won that year. 96, we should have beat the shit out of the Yankees. We should have beat the Yankees. 97, that's 97 is
you mean are we talking about the 120 win team?
Yeah, I think.
No, I don't know, bro.
But if you look at it,
I look at that year all the time, and I'm just like,
check this out though. In 96, we won game 1 and game 2 in New York.
Yeah, we did.
Right?
It happened.
We came back to Atlanta, and we could have won game 3, but we didn't. And outside of that, we couldn't get it going again. Now we lost the leverage of that series. We lost it when we came back to Atlanta. And remember, Mark Wohlers, he, I guess, developed the yips, and he forgot how to pitch. So, but 97 was a year that I know. 97 and 98, those 2 years, I was very devastated because we had the best team in baseball, but we couldn't even get out of the doggone NLCS.
Yeah,
we got beat by the Marlins, and we see the Marlins literally go.
That 97 Marlins team, that was a check well spent for the Marlins.
Yep. And guess what? They cashed in and they got rid of it.
Yep. The very next year was a fire sale. Sonya has a very interesting and good question right here. Do you really think we will ever see a black manager for the Braves?
That's just like saying, will we ever see a black head coach for the Georgia Bulldogs?
Ouch.
I don't know, but you got to see it like this here now. Like the Falcons, we just got out. I know Raheem was an interim, just like we had Emmett Thomas as an interim after after whatchamacallit left for Arkansas back in 07. Mm-hmm. They don't really count because they wasn't really hired officially as a head coach. And now we got Raheem Morris as a head coach. Basketball, we didn't have black head coaches for the Hawks for years.
Right.
I don't know, man. Like, it's baseball. The Braves country is very different because it pretty much encompassed the entire Southeast. Yeah, you got 2 teams in Florida. Yeah, you got the Nationals in DC area, but it covers pretty much. You got fans in Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, the Carolinas, Florida. Still, you still got more fans in Florida. You still got more Braves fans in Florida than they support their own teams down there. Even in Kentucky, they got Braves fans. You look at the South and how
65% of the United States is Brave country, bro.
It is. And the thing about that is, like, I don't see it happening right now because if you know how the South is and you know how prejudiced the South, how people are in the South.
I mean, we had Watson, we had Chris Chambers, Terry Pendleton, Ron Washington, and the latter two was on this staff at one point together, who were 2 deserving individuals of a managerial job in this city, and it didn't happen. So,
is not.
I mean, and then you got to look at the audacity and the sneakiness of the move that sent them to Cobb County.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of moving parts in this particular barnyard arena, if you will, in this particular situation. we're talking maybe another couple of decades before we see that happen, and I'm not even joking about that when it comes to these Braves, you know. But I think as far as our current problem, it, I think they should have pulled the trigger on firing Snake 3 weeks ago. Because, and while there's still over a half a season left to right this ship, but we shouldn't be headed nowhere in near anybody's playoff playing 500 ball with this team.
I'm gonna be honest with you. He's not gonna get fired, and if he do get fired, it's gonna be the end of the season. It's gonna be the end of the season if we don't make the playoffs. Because you got to think about this here. The East is the toughest division in baseball.
Mm-hmm.
You got us, the Phillies, Mets, here and there, and then the Nationals. Not National Marlins.
Yeah,
you don't know how those things are going to pan out neither towards the end of the season. So they're going to stick with him and see if he can try to turn it around. But if he don't, that's a possibility he can be fired at the end of the season.
Right.
It just, they're really milking it in of Acuña's out, and then we have other players injured too. That's where they're hanging it off of. It just like with Mike Smith in 2013 with the Falcons, he didn't get fired that year because Julio was out. So they was we had another injury to that season. So you can't really get rid of a coach, who won a championship for you not so long ago, and then you have injuries, that equates to, okay, let's see what he can do at the end of the season.
D Coleman, I'm gonna call that cap. I'm gonna call that real cap. I mean, we know how the good old boys got the Braves up to Cobb County, and we know why. And some of that is part of what you got in your soliloquy right here about, transportation, Marta not being near the game and all this, and what crime was and wasn't around Turner Field. Bro, there's crime everywhere, man.
There's crime everywhere. One last year, Kerm Lamar had a couple of shootings. Kerm Lamar was literally right there by Truist Park. And if you think about it, look what Georgia State. I live here in Summerhill. I live a block away from the old Turner Field, so I know.
There's no more crime around than what was around Turner Field than it was around Atlanta Fulton County Stadium, man. We need to stop making excuses as to why this move happened.
But look at it now, though. Look at the area now. Georgia State took over, and not only that, it's the place is thriving. It's not that much crime, around the area anymore. Yeah, you see, got some people that still here that they'll still do their little stuff, but other than that, it's not bad how it was when I grew up. And if the Braves wanted to make it better, they could have put money into the area like they should have. But instead, they spent money out there in Cobb County and built pretty much a palace around the stadium.
It ain't as sweet as y'all think, because Cobb County gonna be paying them $998 million. Their grandchildren gonna be paying off that check. Okay, let's keep that a buck first and foremost. That move from Atlanta to Cobb County was the worst and sneakiest move since the Baltimore Colts took the Mayflower in the middle of the night.
Yep.
Okay, that's just how ratchet the move to Cobb County was, and the way they pulled it off. And you have Kasim Reed and Deal to thank for that one. And we want to talk about what the city transportation around and the crime. Man, stop. They were selling out at Turner. They were selling out at Atlanta Fulton County Stadium. There was no real reason to move from where they were at in the city of Atlanta. Let's just keep it a buck, man. Let's keep it a buck. The good old boys got down on this one. They got down on this one. They got down. And the way they handle stuff up there, I'll be on this thing a whole nother 2 hours talking about the real bullshit concerning the Atlanta Braves and being in Cobb County. You know, and I don't even want to talk about the championship parade. Anyway, I digress. And I ain't that cap for that move, man. That's just it's some real BS concerning these Braves being up there by the big chicken. It's some real BS. Doggone Braves won that championship inside the city. Won that championship for the city, and the way y'all acted, the way that championship parade was handled, and the way they were doing people. Come on, man. We need to stop trying to put masks on the bullshit. We need to stop trying to put masks on the bullshit.
And they can't say nothing about that parade because I was at that parade in 21. Boy, they was speeding down Peachtree, boy. Speeding down like that was on a high speed chase.
Right.
And then when they got
50 miles an hour in a parade.
When they got into Cobb County, they were driving 3 miles an hour.
Who does 50 miles an hour in a parade?
Well, you can't even, bro. You even go down the street. I drive down Peachtree sometimes. You can't even. The speed limit there is 35 miles downtown. Right. But they were going 50.
They were driving like the presidential motorcade. I'm like, oh, that's how we doing it?
No, they were driving like
we don't want to celebrate. We don't want to celebrate with Black Atlanta, but we'll break it down to 2 miles an hour like a low rider when we get up the Carr Parkway. Let that sink in.
And then the players they got off the bus was drinking in the street up there on Carr Parkway to get up to the stadium.
Cobb County tried to take that boy. Tried to take one of the pictures to jail.
Yeah,
for that bill.
And he was white.
Yes. Yes. Man, hey. Our situation is where it is, and I don't think it's going to change unless there's a change made. I don't see us making it out. Honestly, I think if there's not a change made, I don't. If we get to the NLDS, I'll be surprised. Furthermore, if we make it out of the NLDS, I'll be shocked. That's how bad this situation is.
I'm just tired of. Ever since 2018, we win the division, and we go right back to we win the division, we get swept out of the first round. I'm like, bro, like I love Bobby Cox, I really damn do. But if you look at his record, man, we won a lot of games with the man, but we can advance, especially those the latter years outside of the 90s and 2000s. We make the play, we win the division, but hell, that's it.
Yep.
That's not good enough. That's not good enough. We need somebody.
We lived that for a decade. Saying Bobby Cox was a great manager, but there were a lot of years we should have had at least five chips out of that 14-year run. We should have had at least 5. Okay, and I don't think it's unacceptable to have another run like that with the amount of talent that we have and are sitting on right now in this organization.
I said this before, and I know I pissed some people off, but under Bobby Cox's tenure, we allowed a expansion team to win 2 World Series when he was the helm of the Braves, under the helm of the Braves. How? And then in 03, let's be real, in 03, Jack McKeon, he wasn't even the original manager. He took over because they fired Tolberg.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Exactly. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, a very spirited piece of info and dialogue concerning our Braves and their championship aspirations. And I am leading the charge on we need to fire Snake. That's just where I'm at with it on that. We're, a few steps closer, what I'm saying, to camp getting to preseason. Draft is getting here for the NBA real soon. Again, new NBA champs 2024. Congratulations, Boston Celtics. It feels good, don't it? Hey, man, I appreciate the CEO of CEOs, coming on, joining me for the day. The Don people, show the man some love. He puts in hard work to help this train move. I myself have great appreciation for the man to come on my show. I'm just saying. I greatly appreciate it.
Hey man, anytime, man. If I ain't busy doing other crap, man, I love coming on.
Oh, no problem. Most doubtedly. Hey, we got 14 to 15 eyes that have checked this out, man. Y'all hit that like button. And while you're doing that, hit the button next to it that says subscribe. You know what I'm saying? I need 53 more to get 200, y'all. Subscribe to OGN TV. I'll let your boy. You know what I'm saying? This has been, great. It's been wonderful. It is Tuesday. It's Terrible Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? We're getting closer to Hump Day. Wicked Wednesday. Cover that y'all tomorrow. Look, man, you got to keep it real. You got to keep it dirty. You got to keep it and most notably, you got to keep it real with yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? Make your next choice your best choice in life. You can never go wrong. It's your boy OG Big Sam, the showstopper. That guy, that CEO, the mastermind, the businessman, the Don. You know what I'm saying? With y'all. You know what I'm saying, for this episode of the OGs. And the truth will be back on next week. Got confirmation on that today. And I hope it was a good piece of information, a good learning, a little bit of history. You know what I'm saying? I hope our opinions, shed some light on some things, this episode. And hey, Terrible Tuesday could be, Wicked Tuesday, Lovely Tuesday. Just make out the rest of your day, to be good. Hey, man, we out of here. And stay tuned tonight. The Conglomerate got more things coming on for you. We're out.
Respect. Holla at y'all.